Hi, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Clark here, and I'm excited about this lesson today because this is our enrichment lesson, or this is the fun extra activity that we can do. And today we are going to make a present for somebody. On Sunday, it is a really special day called Mother's Day. And on Mother's Day, it's important that we show our moms or our grandmas or our aunties how much we care about them because they do a lot to make sure that we're happy and healthy. And so this is a day for us to kind of say thank you. And if you were at school, you would be making a gift for your mom, but I thought we could still do it. You could still work on something special for your mom, and then you could give it to her on Mother's Day so she knows how much you love her. Okay, so if your moms are in here, pause this video and say, Mom, you got to go out because this is a special surprise for you. Okay, all right, you will need this printed out paper, or if you don't have this, you can just use a blank piece of paper, okay? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna draw a picture, and then we're gonna do some writing to give to our moms. And I'm a mom, and I can tell you it's really, really special to me when the boys make me pictures. So your moms will love this too. Use a pencil. We'll go back and we'll use marker and crayons to color it, but I want you to use a pencil when you're drawing so that if you mess up, you can fix it. Okay, remember that your directed drawing is not going to look the same as Mrs. Clark's. Everybody's will look different, and that's what makes them special. Okay, another thing I want to tell you before we get started is that you can pause this. Ashton's been doing some directed drawings here at home, and he's been watching some videos, and he pauses it when he's working on something, and then when he's ready to move on, he starts it again. So you can do that too. Okay? All right, make sure you guys have your materials and I'll show you how you can get started. This says me and my mom. You are going to be drawing a picture of your mom and you. And you're going to be drawing a picture of you guys giving each other a big hug because that's one way to show how much you care. All right, so let's get started. The first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to draw, watch Mrs. Clark, you're going to draw big circles for your faces. Now notice that they're kind of big, but they don't take up the whole paper, okay? So watch Mrs. Clark. I'm going to draw one circle here, and I'm going to draw another circle here. This one that's a little bit bigger is your mom. This one that's a little bit shorter is you because your moms are taller than you. Okay, once you have those two circles drawn for your faces, you're going to put on the eyes. Okay, so here's one, here's another, and you can color them in when you're done, and you can look really closely at your mom's eyes and see what color her eyes really are. I'm going to do a nose like that, and then a smile. So go ahead and do that. See if you can do your eyes. You could even draw some eyebrows, some eyelashes if you want. You will color these in later, but you want to get the drawing part done with the eyes, okay? And then come to you. Remember, you can pause this if you need to, if you want to take a little bit more time. So here's your two big eyes. And of course, we should have smiles on our faces because we're happy. And we want to show our moms how they make us feel happy inside. Okay, you guys have those? Got your two faces. All right, let me show you the next thing that you're going to do on your directed drawing. You're going to take your pencil and come up to your mom and just draw this small curved line here. It's almost like a U. That's going to be her neck. Do you see that? And remember, you can pause this if you need to. And here's yours. Okay. Great job. Now the next step for our pictures, we're going to be drawing our shoulders, and you're going to be really close to each other because I'll show you how you're going to make it look like your mom and you are giving each other a big hug. So come up to this corner of your mom's head where that neck is. So watch Mrs. Clark. I'm going to draw a shoulder that goes down like that. Doesn't have to go all the way down to the bottom, but then I'm going to go to your little head on the outside. So see, this was the outside. It's going to be the shoulder. Come to you, to the outside, and do another curved line that goes down like that. Okay. Then, do you see how there's this little space in between your two faces? Your shoulders will be next to one another. Draw a little line So you connect them. Can't see any arms yet, but you can see your shoulders and your smiling faces there. Okay, the next thing that you're going to do on your drawing is you're going to draw your mom's arm around you, she's going to be giving you a big hug. So watch Mrs. Clark. I'm going to come to this side of my mom. Remember, your mom is the taller one. So come here and watch me. I'm almost towards the top, not way up here and not way down towards the bottom, a little above the middle. And I'm going to draw a little bit of a curved line almost all the way to the end, but not quite. And then I'm going to draw a second one. And this one, I'm going to make come a little closer. They're not quite touching, but they almost are. Draw those two curved lines. And remember, you can pause this if you need to. Okay. Now, once you have those two lines, now watch Mrs. Clark. I'm going to connect them. That's going to be her wrist. And I'm going to draw her fingers now. So I'm going to draw one small thumb and then 4 more fingers to show 5. And you can pause this if you want to take more time on this. But watch Mrs. Clark. There's my thumb. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 fingers. Doesn't have to be perfect. Go ahead and do that. And don't worry, we'll get to the part where we do details on hair and all that. But see if you can draw that. Remember that curved line? And then another one that's very similar, and they come together. Okay, you good? Pause it if you're not. But if you are ready to go on, I'll show you the next part. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to come to your outside shoulder. So see where the outside is right here? And you're going to draw your arm. Not as long as your mom's though, because you're not as tall as your mom. So stop it more towards the middle. Then you'll draw a second one here. And then stop it. And then again, draw your thumb. And 1, 2, 3, 4 fingers. So it looks like your arm is reaching around to give your mom a hug too. Now, do you see how our bodies, it's kind of hard to tell whose is whose? I'll show you how you can show which one's your mom's body and which one's your body. So come up here to your mom. So here's your mom's head. Remember, she's taller. This is the outside shoulder. Come to the inside shoulder. See where we drew that neck? And watch Mrs. Clark. I'm just going to do a little bit of a curved line down to where your hand is. And then I'm going to lift my pencil off of the paper. I don't want to draw there, but I want to pretend that I'm drawing, and then I'll come down to the end of my mom's arm and just finish that. So then you can see this is your mom's body, and this is your body leaning in to give your mom a hug. Okay, so go ahead and do that part. Okay, and remember, pause at any time. You could always even start this over if you feel like you need to. You could start it again, okay? All right, now we're going to come on and draw some hair on your mom. And you're going to want it to look like your mom really looks. So do your best. If your mom's hair is curly, you will want to draw curls. If your mom's hair is dark, you're going to want to later color in with dark hair. All right, but I'll show you some ideas, and we'll start with our mom's hair. Now you'll color in with crayons or markers if you have them. So don't use your pencil to make the color, but just kind of draw the shape of your mom's hair. So my mom has kind of some bangs that come across her forehead, and then her hair is not very long. So I'm just going to draw some short hair over here. Maybe it's coming down over here, and you might not be able to see all of my mom's hair because I'm standing there. Let me show you some other examples of hair. Here's someone, and I drew an example with a mom with curly hair. So I kind of drew some curls. Here's another example. So look at these and get an idea about how you might want to draw your mom's hair. Here's another one. Okay, so take a moment to think about the way your mom's hair looks, and she won't care if it's perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. But draw your mom's hair in, and remember, you'll color with coloring crayons or markers later. Okay, but once you get the shapes done, then you can come over to your hair. and draw your hair in. So I'm gonna pretend that this is a picture of me and my mom when I was younger, when I was maybe your age. So I had some bangs. So I'll draw bangs, and then I'll draw some long hair coming down. I could even draw some hair over here. Can you see that? Let me make it closer for you. Now, do you notice that I'm not coloring in with my pencil because we'll color in with crayons later. If you have short hair, let me show you how you might do this. So here's an example that I had ready for you. Maybe you're a boy and you have much shorter hair, so you might do this. You might draw little lines to show your hair. And you can just do it with pencil. I'm just doing that with marker so you can see really well. Okay, so take a moment to think about the way that your hair looks and add on your hair. Okay. All right, we're almost done. Then I'm going to show you how you can decorate the clothing a little bit, and you can make this look the way that you think your mom would like it. Up here where my mom's neck is, I think I'll draw some ruffles to show a collar that she's wearing. Maybe your mom might like to wear things with the polka dots. So remember, this big arm here is your mom's arm. So you're going to want your mom's clothing to match. So on her clothes and her arms, it will need to sort of match. And again, you're just drawing now so that you can color in later. I'm going to pretend that I am wearing a striped shirt over here. So on my arm, I'm going to draw some striped shirts, and this little part up here is my shoulder. So I'll draw some stripes here. Let me make it up close to you. So look carefully at that, and then you can pause this while you decorate your mom's clothing in a way that she might like it. Or maybe think of her favorite shirt or some colors of things that she likes. Okay, so pause this while you do that part and then start it again. Okay, so if you started it back again, I'm going to assume that you're done with decorating the clothing. The next thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to outline your drawing. If you have a black marker, that would work the best, or maybe a black crayon, or a black colored pencil, or even a Sharpie. And what you'll do is you'll just outline what you drew. That way, it will make it show up really well when you go back and color it, okay? So let me remind you, and then I'll show you one that I already finished so that you don't have to watch me outline the whole thing. But here I'm gonna draw these, or draw around these lines that I made. I'm not using my Sharpie to color. I'm just using my Sharpie to outline the things I already colored so that it shows up. When I color it, you'll see it. And it will really stand out. Now remember, this is a present, so we're not going to be rushing. We're going to take our time and do our best work to show our moms how much we care about them. Okay, so I'm going to take my Sharpie and outline all these lines that I made. Awesome, your moms will love these. And remember, everybody's will look different. Doesn't have to be perfect. So take a moment now, pause this if you need to go get a black marker or a black Sharpie. And then take a moment and outline carefully all the things that you drew. So remembering that big arm over here. Your moms will love these. I know it because when I got a drawing from Brady and Ashton recently, I thought it was so special. So I'm just taking my time. I'm not rushing. Just gonna do my best work. Ooh, and I have some polka dots down here I forgot to outline. Okay, all right, so I think I'm done outlining mine. Take your time to finish outlining yours, and then I'll show you how you can use some colors to really color it in. I have crayons at my house, so I'm going to use crayons, but if you have colored pencils, those would work great too, or markers would work well. I'm going to first color in My mom's skin, you can use dark if your mom has dark skin, or light if she has light skin. You might be thinking about, and you want your, just real quick, you want the hands to match whatever color it is that you're making. Make my skin over here a little bit lighter. So think about what your mom looks like, and you'll want her hands to match too, of course. Okay, so if your mom has dark hair, you're gonna wanna use a dark color. If she has light hair, you'll wanna use a light color. And we're gonna take our time, so don't rush on this. Pause this if I'm going too fast, okay? You don't wanna rush. You wanna do your nicest work for your mom, because this is a special present for her. I'm gonna make my hair light. Especially when I was little, my hair was much lighter than it is right now. Now, another thing is you're gonna wanna think about the eye color that your mom has. So you might even go look at her in her eyes. My mom has blue eyes, so I'm gonna make this blue. Okay, and then think about what color of clothing you'd like to give your mom. I think I'm gonna have me wearing a shirt that looks like this. So I'm gonna color in all the parts that were my body. And then think about your mom and maybe a favorite color that she has, or an outfit that you've seen her wear. And of course, you can decorate this however you would like to. I'm gonna make her polka dots really dark. And then I'll use my crayon to color in the rest. You might even be coloring in later after you do the drawing. You might take your time and color it in more later. All right, once you have the picture of you and your mom giving each other a hug, I wanted to give you some ideas of some backgrounds. It always looks so much nicer if we fill our paper with color, but when you do a background, marker doesn't work as good. It's harder to do background with marker. I would suggest colored pencil or crayon if you have them, but look, you can fill it with one color. I here made my background kind of light green, so it looks like we're outside standing in the grass. Here you can see a different background that I made. I added some details to show the setting. I added a nice sunny day and a nice tree outside. Think about how you would like to fill in your background and fill it with color. And then I wanted to point out as well that there's some hearts up here that you could add. And then right up here at the top, it says name. You're gonna wanna write your name there. Okay, so take something and write your name up there so that your mom can save it. And then this says date. The date for Mother's Day is 5-10-20. Don't rush on this. Take your time even after this video stops, and see how you can decorate this as beautifully as you can. Look at, there's even these fun little swirls. Maybe you want to take a marker here and outline these swirls that are up at the top, but we definitely don't want to scribble. If you're kind of tired and you need a break, take a break, hide this somewhere, and then you can come back to it and finish it later. Okay, so boys and girls, that's all for our directed drawing, but I wanted to show you there's a writing page that some of you might want to do as well. So I'll show you mine. You don't have to do this, but if you want to, I'm sure your mom would like it. You might even have a sister who can help you, or maybe your dad or your grandpa could help you, or a brother. This says, a message to my mom. Mom, you are the best. If I had to choose words to describe you, they would be. So look at here. You could write some words that would describe your mom. Maybe your mom is silly, and you could write silly. Or maybe your mom is kind or helpful or pretty or fun or nice. Think of a word that you could put in each bubble there to tell your mom about how wonderful she is. And then here's some sentences you could finish too if you want to. This says, if I had $1 million, I would buy you. So I thought of something my mom likes, and she loves birds. So I wrote, I would buy you a bird feeder. You could think of something that your mom loves. Maybe she loves coffee. And you could say that you'd get her some coffee or a book, or maybe she loves to go hiking and you could get her some hiking shoes. This says, I really love it when we. Here you can think about something that your mom and you sometimes do together that you love it when you do together. I wrote, go on family walks, because that's pretty special. We get to do that. And then here it says, if I could tell you anything, it would be. So here's what I wrote to my mom. I love you so much. And then at the bottom, make sure you get your name. If this is too overwhelming, you don't have to do this, but some of you might want to, and you could get someone to help you. If you do the writing and the picture, you could even tape them together like this, so that it's almost like a big poster. Or you could put it on a piece of construction paper. If you have big construction paper, you could put one on top of the other. All right, but remember that you want to do your best work with this, and your mom will love it. So think about how you want to decorate your picture. Think about what colors you might want to include. And I hope that you have fun, and I hope that your moms are surprised by this special gift that you gave them. Remember to tell your mom on Sunday how much you love her, because she loves you, and it will make her feel good inside to hear you say that. All right. Have fun surprising your mom. Bye, boys and girls.